In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and drained. We encounter constant distractions, emotional triggers, and challenges that seem designed to deplete our mental and emotional energy. But what if we could safeguard our inner strength and find peace amid the chaos? What if we could develop mental resilience that helps us navigate life's ups and downs without losing our sense of self? Enter Stoicism, a timeless philosophy that provides practical tools for managing life's challenges with grace and calm. Developed in ancient Greece and Rome, Stoicism teaches us how to cultivate mental clarity, focus on what truly matters, and protect our energy from unnecessary drains. By avoiding certain habits, mindsets, and behaviors that drain our energy, we can live a more centered, resilient life. This guide explores 13 common things that deplete our mental and emotional energy and how you can avoid them using Stoic principles. Drawing wisdom from Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, each section offers actionable advice on how to strengthen your mental resilience, preserve your energy, and live with greater peace. Now, if you are new here, please like the video and subscribe. Statistics show that only 15% of my audience is subscribed to the channel, so if this content has helped you in any way, I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. 1. Dwelling on the past. How to let go of past events that consume your energy. Many people spend countless hours replaying past mistakes, regrets, and painful memories. This mental habit keeps us stuck in a loop, wasting energy on events that can no longer be changed. Dwelling on the past creates a mental prison, trapping us in guilt, resentment, or sorrow, emotions that drain our energy and keep us from living fully in the present. Consider someone who constantly revisits a failed relationship. They ruminate on what they could have done differently, questioning their actions and feeling guilty for perceived mistakes. This constant replaying of the past consumes their mental energy, preventing them from moving on and focusing on the opportunities that lie ahead. Epictetus reminds us in the Curating, "It is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them." The Stoics taught that the past is beyond our control, and therefore dwelling on it is futile. What matters is how we respond to the present and what we learn from past experiences, not how long we brood over them. To avoid dwelling on the past, practice self-reflection and forgiveness. Acknowledge any mistakes, learn from them, and then release them. One effective Stoic exercise is to journal your thoughts about a past event, extract the lesson, and symbolically close the book on it. This can help create closure, freeing you from the mental burden of regret. Letting go of the past liberates your mind, allowing you to direct your energy toward present opportunities and future growth. The past is beyond your control, but your attitude toward it is not. Choose to release it and reclaim your energy. 2. Worrying about the future. How to avoid anxiety over what hasn't happened yet. Anxiety about the future is one of the most common ways we lose mental energy. Whether it's worrying about our finances, relationships, or health, the mind can easily spiral into endless what-if scenarios. Worrying about what might happen causes unnecessary stress, preventing us from focusing on what we can control in the present. Imagine someone worrying about an upcoming presentation at work. Instead of preparing calmly, they obsess over the possibility of failure, imagining the worst-case scenarios. This constant anxiety clouds their judgment, making it harder to concentrate and sapping their energy before the event even occurs. Marcus Aurelius offers clear guidance in Meditations. Do not be anxious about the future. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. The Stoics emphasized focusing on the present moment, as the future is not within our control. Worrying about it only depletes our energy and weakens our ability to face challenges with clarity. To avoid worrying about the future, practice mindfulness and focus on the present. Use Stoic exercises like premeditatio malorum, preparing for the worst, to anticipate potential challenges. But once you've prepared, let go of the anxiety. Trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way when the time comes. The future is uncertain, but your ability to adapt is certain. By focusing on the present, you preserve your energy for what you can control. Let go of tomorrow's worries and reclaim today's peace. 3. Unnecessary arguments. Learning when to walk away from draining confrontations. Engaging in unnecessary arguments, whether they're with friends, family, or strangers, can quickly drain our emotional energy. Many of these arguments are rooted in ego or the need to be right, rather than in seeking mutual understanding. The result? Increased frustration, stress, and mental fatigue. Imagine someone who frequently argues with their co-workers over trivial matters. Every argument leaves them feeling emotionally exhausted and angry, even though the issues at hand are not significant in the grand scheme of things. Their constant need to win these arguments eats away at their mental resilience. Epictetus wisely counsels, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. The Stoics believe that we have the power to choose our battles, and that most arguments are not worth the emotional toll they take. By walking away from unnecessary confrontations, we protect our peace of mind. Before engaging in a confrontation, ask yourself, is this worth my energy? If the argument serves no higher purpose or doesn't align with your values, walk away. Practice patience and cultivate the Stoic virtue of apatheia, freedom from unnecessary emotional disturbance. Reserve your energy for meaningful discussions, not ego-driven conflicts. Walking away from unproductive arguments is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. By choosing peace over ego, you preserve your mental clarity and emotional energy for more meaningful pursuits. 4. Seeking external validation. Why needing approval from others drains mental strength. One of the most pervasive ways people drain their energy is by constantly seeking validation from others. Whether it's through social media, workplace recognition, or the approval of family and friends, relying on external validation for self-worth keeps us trapped in a cycle of needing constant reassurance. Consider someone who posts frequently on social media and anxiously waits for likes and comments to feel validated. When they don't receive the engagement they expected, they feel discouraged and question their self-worth. This constant need for external approval consumes their mental energy and prevents them from developing inner confidence. Marcus Aurelius teaches, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." The Stoics remind us that true validation comes from within, by living in alignment with our values, not by seeking the approval of others. To break free from the need for external validation, focus on building internal self-worth. Reflect on your values and measure your success by how well you live in accordance with them, not by how others perceive you. When you find yourself seeking approval, pause and ask, am I acting in line with my own principles? If the answer is yes, that's all the validation you need. True strength comes from self-approval, not from the opinions of others. By letting go of the need for external validation, you reclaim your power and preserve your mental energy for what truly matters. 5. Resisting change. How accepting impermanence can help preserve your energy. Change is inevitable, yet many people resist it, clinging to the familiar out of fear or uncertainty. This resistance creates tension and drains our mental and emotional energy. The more we try to control or prevent change, the more exhausted we become. Imagine someone who resists changes at work, whether it's a new team structure or updated processes. Instead of adapting, they spend their days complaining and wishing things would go back to the way they were. This resistance not only prevents them from moving forward, but also drains their energy with constant frustration. Epictetus advises, "Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will. Then your life will flow well." Stoicism teaches us to embrace the natural flow of life and accept change as a constant. Resisting it only leads to suffering, while accepting it allows us to adapt with grace. To embrace change, practice acceptance and flexibility. When faced with a change that feels uncomfortable, remind yourself that resistance will only drain your energy. Instead, focus on what you can control, your response. By accepting impermanence, you conserve your mental energy and open yourself up to new opportunities. Life is in constant flux, and resisting change only creates unnecessary suffering. By accepting impermanence, you free yourself from tension and protect your energy for growth and adaptation. 6. Letting emotions control you. Practical ways to master your emotions like a Stoic. Emotions like anger, fear, and frustration can quickly spiral out of control if left unchecked. When we allow our emotions to dictate our actions, we often make irrational decisions, say things we regret, and deplete our mental energy in the process. Picture someone who lets anger control their reactions. When something goes wrong at work, they lash out at colleagues, argue unnecessarily, and spend hours ruminating on the situation. This emotional roller coaster leaves them mentally and emotionally drained, unable to focus on productive tasks. Seneca, in his essay on anger, writes, "Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it." The Stoics believed that emotions are natural, but they should not control us. Instead, we must master our emotions by practicing reason and self-restraint. To prevent emotions from draining your energy, practice mindfulness and emotional regulation. When you feel a strong emotion arising, pause before reacting. Identify the emotion and ask yourself, is this response aligned with reason and my long-term well-being? By practicing this self-awareness, you can prevent emotional outbursts and preserve your mental energy. Mastering your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. It means responding with reason and clarity. By controlling your emotions, you conserve your energy for purposeful action and inner peace. You have now reached the halfway mark of the video. I congratulate you for trying to become a better version of yourself, and I also humbly ask you to leave a comment, as it helps my channel immensely. If you do not know what to comment, just write "mind over body" so I know you reached this far. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Also, I've linked some books on Stoicism that helped me become the man I am today, and will also help you achieve a Stoic mindset. 7. Being overwhelmed by negative news. How to avoid letting the media consume your peace. In the age of 24-hour news cycles and social media, we are constantly bombarded with negative stories, from political turmoil to global crises. Consuming too much negative news can create anxiety, fear, and hopelessness, draining our mental and emotional energy. Consider someone who starts their day by scrolling through negative news headlines and social media posts. By the time they begin work, they feel anxious and overwhelmed by the state of the world. This constant exposure to negativity clouds their mood and drains their focus. Marcus Aurelius advises, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Stoics teach us that while we cannot control external events, we can control what we focus on. Constant exposure to negative news is not necessary for a peaceful mind. Limit your consumption of news and social media to specific times of the day and be selective about the sources you engage with. Curate your media intake by focusing on positive, uplifting, or solution-oriented content. By reducing your exposure to negativity, you protect your mental peace and conserve your emotional energy. You control what you allow into your mind. By limiting exposure to negative news, you safeguard your peace and protect your energy for more meaningful and fulfilling pursuits. 8. Engaging with toxic people. How to manage or cut ties with energy-draining relationships. Toxic people, those who are manipulative, critical, or constantly negative, can drain your emotional energy and leave you feeling exhausted. Whether they're family members, friends, or colleagues, maintaining relationships with toxic individuals takes a significant toll on your mental well-being. Imagine someone with a friend who constantly criticizes their choices and makes them feel inadequate. Every interaction leaves them feeling emotionally depleted and questioning their self-worth. Over time, this relationship becomes a source of stress rather than support. Epictetus reminds us, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. The Stoics believed that the people we surround ourselves with have a profound influence on our state of mind. If a relationship consistently drains your energy, it may be time to set boundaries or distance yourself. To protect your energy, establish clear boundaries with toxic individuals. Limit your interactions, and when necessary, consider cutting ties with people who consistently drain your energy. Surround yourself with positive, supportive individuals who uplift and inspire you. Your energy is precious. By distancing yourself from toxic people, you create space for relationships that nurture your growth and well-being. 9. Perfectionism. How striving for perfection leads to burnout and how to shift your focus. Perfectionism is the relentless pursuit of flawlessness, often driven by fear of failure or a desire for approval. While striving for excellence is commendable, perfectionism creates unrealistic expectations, leading to stress, frustration, and burnout. The constant need to be perfect drains mental and emotional energy. Consider someone who spends hours revising a project, trying to make it perfect. Despite their best efforts, they never feel satisfied with the result. This obsession with perfection leaves them feeling exhausted, unable to appreciate their accomplishments. Seneca offers a powerful reminder. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. The Stoics teach us that perfection is an illusion. What matters is progress and effort, not flawless execution. By accepting imperfection, we free ourselves from the pressure to be perfect and conserve our energy for meaningful work. Shift your focus from perfection to progress. Set realistic goals and celebrate your achievements, even if they're not perfect. Remind yourself that perfection is unattainable and that growth comes from learning through mistakes. By embracing imperfection, you reduce stress and protect your energy from burnout. Perfection is not the goal. Progress is. By letting go of perfectionism, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and allow your energy to flow toward growth and improvement. 10. Excessive complaining. The Stoic way to focus on solutions rather than problems. Constantly complaining about life's challenges drains your energy and reinforces a negative mindset. Complaining often focuses on problems without seeking solutions, creating a cycle of frustration and helplessness. This habit prevents us from taking constructive action and keeps us stuck in a victim mentality. Imagine someone who spends most of their time complaining about their job. They vent to friends and family about how unfair their boss is, but they never take steps to improve their situation or find a new job. This constant focus on negativity leaves them feeling trapped and powerless. Marcus Aurelius advises, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." The Stoics believed that instead of complaining about our circumstances, we should focus on what we can do to change them. Complaining is a passive activity, but action is empowering. When you catch yourself complaining, shift your focus to solutions. Ask yourself, what can I do to improve this situation? If there's nothing you can change, practice acceptance and move on. By focusing on solutions rather than problems, you reclaim your energy and take control of your life. Complaining drains your energy, while action restores it. Focus on solutions, and you'll find that life's challenges become opportunities for growth and empowerment. 11. Overcommitting yourself. How to protect your time and energy by saying no. Many people overcommit themselves by saying yes to every request, task, or opportunity that comes their way. While it's admirable to want to help others or seize every opportunity, overcommitting can lead to burnout, stress, and exhaustion. When you spread yourself too thin, you deplete your energy reserves and diminish your ability to give your best. Consider someone who takes on multiple volunteer roles, work projects, and social commitments. They feel overwhelmed by their packed schedule, constantly juggling tasks without enough time to rest or recharge. This overcommitment leaves them feeling drained and resentful, even though they initially wanted to help. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You must limit the time you spend on activities that don't contribute to your life's purpose." The Stoics teach that we must be selective about where we invest our time and energy. Saying no is not a rejection of others, but a way to protect your well-being and focus on what truly matters. Learn to say no to commitments that don't align with your priorities or values. Before accepting a new task or opportunity, ask yourself, does this contribute to my long-term goals and well-being? If the answer is no, it's okay to decline. By protecting your time, you conserve your energy for what's truly important. Your time and energy are finite resources. By saying no to overcommitment, you create space for the things that matter most and prevent burnout. 12. Allowing external circumstances to control your mood. How to maintain calm amidst chaos. Many people allow external circumstances, whether it's bad weather, traffic, or a difficult interaction, to dictate their mood. When we let outside events control our emotional state, we become reactive and unstable, constantly at the mercy of our surroundings. This leaves us feeling drained and powerless. Imagine someone who becomes irritable every time they encounter traffic on their morning commute. Their frustration over the situation carries into the rest of their day, affecting their mood and productivity. By allowing this external event to dictate their emotional state, they waste mental and emotional energy on something beyond their control. Epictetus reminds us, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The Stoics believed that while we cannot control external events, we have complete control over our inner responses. By cultivating emotional resilience, we can maintain calm and composure, no matter what life throws at us. When faced with an external event that could disrupt your mood, pause and remind yourself that your response is within your control. Practice reframing the situation. Ask yourself, how can I respond in a way that preserves my peace? By choosing calm over chaos, you protect your energy and maintain emotional stability. External events don't control your mood, you do. By mastering your inner responses, you conserve your energy and navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. 13. Neglecting self-care. Why Stoics value routines that support mental and emotional well-being. In the pursuit of success or in the desire to help others, many people neglect their own self-care. They skip meals, forego exercise, and deny themselves rest, believing that these sacrifices are necessary. However, neglecting self-care leads to burnout, mental exhaustion, and diminished productivity. Imagine someone who works long hours, skipping breaks and meals in order to meet deadlines. They convince themselves that rest is a luxury they can't afford, but over time, their lack of self-care leaves them feeling exhausted, unfocused, and unable to perform at their best. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Look well into yourself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if you will always look." The Stoics believed that self-care is essential for maintaining mental clarity and resilience. By taking care of our minds and bodies, we replenish our energy and strengthen our ability to face challenges. Create a self-care routine that nourishes your mind, body, and spirit. This might include daily meditation, regular exercise, time in nature, or journaling. Prioritize rest and recovery, recognizing that self-care is not a luxury, but a necessity for maintaining mental and emotional well-being. Taking care of yourself is an act of wisdom, not selfishness. By prioritizing self-care, you preserve your energy and equip yourself with the resilience needed to navigate life's challenges. Living with mental resilience and protecting your energy requires mindfulness and intentionality. By following the guidance of Stoic philosophy and avoiding these common pitfalls, you can cultivate a life of greater peace, clarity, and purpose. Stoicism teaches us that we have the power to choose how we respond to life's challenges, and that we can preserve our mental and emotional energy by focusing on what truly matters. By avoiding unnecessary arguments, letting go of past regrets, distancing yourself from toxic people, and embracing change, you create space for personal growth and inner peace. By mastering your emotions, limiting your exposure to negativity, and prioritizing self-care, you strengthen your resilience and safeguard your energy. Remember, the Stoic path is not about perfection, but progress. It's about making small, consistent choices that align with your values and protect your well-being. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Let Stoicism be your guide on this journey toward a more resilient, energized, and fulfilling life. Now, if any part of this message has been helpful to you, leave us your like and comment, helping the algorithm recommend it to someone who needs it at this time. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new videos. And if you look through the videos we've already uploaded, you're sure to find something to take with you. Have a good day.